My name is Kelly Miller. I'm with Professional Insurors and I specialize in commercial real estate insurance. Today I'd like to visit with you regarding lease agreements. Many times building owners, brokers, and tenants spend a lot of time negotiating leases. In doing that, one area that they should make sure they take a look at is the insurance provisions in the lease. Some examples of issues to consider are who's responsible for the tenant finishes. If it's the responsibility of the landlord, then we just simply need to increase the values of the building. If it's the responsibility of the tenant, then we need to make sure that the tenant properly insures those and provides this documentation. Another area that comes into play with this is waiver of subrogation. A waiver of subrogation essentially is a way for the landlord to prevent the tenant from coming back against them for their liability. As an example would be, tenant's responsible for their contents and for their tenant finish. There's a roof leak, it damages their contents, their tenant finish, their insurance company pays for the loss, but then subrogates back against you because they say that the roof was not maintained properly. In this case, the waiver of subrogation would help prevent them from coming back against the liability policy of the owner. Also, we look for additional insured status. We want to make sure that the tenant provides the landlord as an additional insured, because that way if for example, an invitee of the property, of the tenant comes on the property and slips and falls and sues both the building owner and the tenant, this would allow the tenant's policy to protect the landlord as well. Also, we look for primary non-contributory language. We want to make sure that the tenant's policy is primary and the landlord's policy is non-contributory when it affects the liability of the tenant. One other area that we look at helping our clients out is providing them with a evidence of property insurance and a sample of the certificate of liability insurance. This way, the landlord can provide those to the tenant and they can go to their agent and make sure that they obtain the proper coverage, and it makes it simple to provide back to the landlord. If you have questions on this topic, you can email me at kmiller@pi-ins.com.